Hi, welcome to the Dude in the Kitchen show. We're going to be drinking cold beer, but most importantly, we're going to teach you how to cook a steak. How to cook the best steak you've ever made, and it's so easy. You've been missing out on this recipe for so long. Simple, all right? Today we're using a flat iron steak. You can also use a chuck eye steak, and I'm using cheaper cuts of meat, like the chuck eye, like the flat iron. You can certainly do this with a ribeye if you wanted to. So I've got some nice chuck steak here. What we're going to do is we're going to pan fry it for a couple of minutes. So we got a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter. Let's go ahead and crank that up to medium high. All right, and while that's cranking up, let's pour our beer. Now normally we go with craft beers and try some nice beers today. Didn't have a lot of money, so we got this 24 ounce of Ice House. Two of these for $4. So I'm going to use our Dick's Last Resort from Gatlinburg, Tennessee to fill up this puppy. Yeah. Right. Not the best pour, but we're in a hurry. A little snack food there with the olives. We also want to get the oven warmed up too, about 350. Now the fan on, so it's going to be a little loud. Let's season this up. What do you need to season your steak? We use some ground salt. Now you need a lot of salt because it's going to make a sear on the steak. It's going to be that nice steak crust what everybody loves. You want a nice crust on the outside steak, but tender on the inside. So you can use ground sea salt pepper or just some regular salt. You put some very finely cut sea salt. Either one of these will do. And some black pepper. Let's do the other side. I'll just use the regular salt this time. Okay. We're going to go that side face down first when that's ready. So we're going to get some of this beer. Dudes in the kitchen drinking a lot of beer. Normally I probably have got like a third shift amber lager, a low cost beer for a meal like this. Anything from Sweetwater would also be good, but if you're on a budget, just get your traditional American lager beer. Okay, I think this is looking pretty hot over here. So we've got a nice heat going there. Let's go ahead and get the steak on. I am going to add a little more salt right in here to help it keep from sticking and again to help build that sear. We're going to do this high heat, very nice high heat, 3 minutes. About 3 minutes aside, depending on the thickness. If it's a thick steak, it might go a little longer, a thin steak a little bit shorter. Alright, our steak is just about ready to flip. Before we do that, let's talk a little bit about our vegetable tonight. It's related to the kale-less. Before we do that, that buzzer means it is time to flip our steak. We want to give it a nice dash of salt again before we flip it to help ensure we get a nice crust. So let's see what it looks like on the other side when we flip it so you get a good look at this. This should be crusty and brown on the other side. Yes. See, nice crust. I probably could even let this go in another minute. Alright. So again, we're going to go 3 minutes on this side. And after that time is up, we're actually going to put it in the oven to let it finish. Okay? So let's talk a little bit about this vegetable over here. We might be vegetarians, but we do need some vegetable. This is called kale-less. Is that right? Kale-less? Let's just take a look at these. You'll cook them a little bit like Brussels sprouts. Are they in the Brussels sprout family?
Yes, they're like kale, but it's little kale. That's why they're called kaleets.
All right. We'll cook them like Brussels sprouts. Health benefits of kale. Superfood. It's going to be our vegetable to soak up all that oil and cholesterol we're going to be eating. Okay, well, we got about 2 minutes there before we flip our steak. We'll talk about the kale like that. So why don't we all just sit back and finish our beer? With the camera person like a little bit of that? Would you like a little bit? No? Take the camera up or down for yes or no. No? All right, well, I'm going to chug all this. Let's see if I can put this down after that embarrassing pour I had earlier. In my younger days, I could have slammed that. But,
yeah, you're an old man now.
The dude in the kitchen. You know you're an old man when you have to ask what the bathroom situation is before you go somewhere. That's when I knew I was old. Now we've already got the oven set to about 350, and all we're going to do is pop this in the oven for a few more minutes. And really, the best way to tell when the steak is done is you just want to gently push on the steak like this, and you see how it's got a lot of give. It's not done. Holy shit! The fire department's coming. It's been 3 minutes. It's time to flip it. So turn it off the burner. The oven is on. We're not even going to flip that. We're just going to pop that straight in the oven. But wait, I've got a secret surprise. It's surf and turf night. Woo! Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. A little extra man for doing. That's about 350. We're going to set that to about 3 minutes, so that might be a little short, but that way it'll keep us from overcooking it. All right, well, we're going to finish this beer. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Done, pretty close to done. I did get to finish my beer, but that wasn't the plan. That's a little loud. All right. Now, we put that whole frying pan in there, so it's going to be really hot. How many times have I burned myself grabbing this thing with my bare hands? So this is going to be hot. Here we go. There you go, dude in the kitchen. The best steak you're going to make at home. It's gonna be crispy and tender inside. And you can do this with various kinds of cuts. This is a flat iron steak. We've been usually doing this with chuck eye steak. Look around. Some grocery stores will sell chuck eye steak at a really good price. So, as any good steak needs to do after it's been cooked, it needs to sit just a few minutes. It'll finish cooking in there. I'm going to put this here so nobody grabs it and burns themselves. We're going to make our kale. Our kaleettes, which apparently might be a GMO processed food where we have combined kale and... No, it's not GMO?
It's just GMO free.
GMO free! Alright. Thank you, science. Praise be science. Alright, I'm the dude in the kitchen. I'm a heavy drinker and I'm selfish in the bedroom. Nice to meet you. And we are done. We've pulled the steak out of the oven. It's had a couple minutes to finish cooking. Let's see what we got. We're going to cut into the steak now and see what it looks like here. I'm expecting about medium. It's a little medium well, a little pink. For me, I like a medium well steak, so that looks good to me. Let's cut up a piece for me and the cameraman and see how that comes out. It's looking tender. There's a nice crust there. That's a tender steak. There's our shrimp. And this kale slash Brussels sprouts. Oh my God. This is so good. Mmm. 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 That is good. Mm. We'll just get a closer look at this. Part kale, part Brussels sprout. Delicious. We also have some leftover fried rice. Leftover meatloaf fried rice, because we don't waste food here. And I've got a much better pour on my second beer here. A no foam pour, so. I'm a fister, I'm a disc jockey, I'm a writer, and I eat a lot of food, and I'm hungry for more. Have a bella sera. Until next time, I'm the dude in the kitchen. So long.